One. Hi, my name is Michelle Ray, and welcome to learning more about our upcoming program, Being Human, Entelechy Rising.
I'm Nina Roberts-Salveson, and I'm so glad that you are here and seeing this message. We want to invite you to our upcoming series, Being Human, blessing your radiant essence and turning your potential and your radiant inner essence into your outer reality of your life. We invite you to make real and lasting transformation and real change in your life. We recognize in our individual and collective combined work as a transformational depth coach and a mentor and a guide and a teacher and facilitator over the course of a combined about 40 years in the world of the metaphysical transformation, quantum sciences, and consciousness studies. We recognize that wired within each human being is a desire to grow and evolve. And it's built into each and every one of us. And in these times of vast change, we're recognizing that we're entering a new era of what it means to be human and what it means to really live and express ourselves fully. And so we invite you to consider Being Human, Entelechy Rising as a journey and a transformational process that offers a change system, a system of growth and a process and a journey with tools and practices that can create expansion and an outward expression in all areas of your life.
Exactly. And similar to Nina, I am a transformational coach and a nationally board certified health and wellness coach, as well as teach at the University of Minnesota and the Center for Spirituality and Healing and a couple other programs there. And like Nina, I've been at this for many decades, officially starting the Center Within in 2001. And working with individuals, with couples, families, with communities, as well as with organizations. Because we are living in a time of such tremendous growth and change and paradigm shifts, right? And what we are seeing is this deconstruction through transparency and exposure about what is not working for us individually and collectively. And those of us that would be invited and be excited about a program like Being Human and Entelechy Rising are all about creating the paradigms that we are stepping into, right? That are sustainable and interconnected. And it's not a smooth path. It's actually kind of a messy process. And so having some tools and having community and having guides like Nina and I on the way, on this journey, always with you at the center of your expertise, right? That's part of the process. It's our own inner wisdom and compassion that would bring you into this commitment to yourself to be living a more empowered, more full, more aligned life as this new era is emerging.
Yes, and that is so beautifully stated, Michelle. We are experienced transformational coaches and mentors and guides and educators, but we recognize that, and what we're wanting to create with you is a true community in which we recognize the divine brilliance in each and every one who may be called into this community with us. And we are joining with you to learn from you and to co-create a very expansive and safe container for exploration and discovery and experiencing new ways of expressing, new ways of learning and growth, and stepping into what the new era is calling forth in how we live. And it's propelling us into the next level of how we serve, how we help, how we love, and how we live. And so this is an expansion of an immersion in transformation. And together we create community. And it's both an informational and a sharing and vibrational journey into what it truly means to be human in the current era that we are really co-creating together. There's no blueprint for the new era that we are now finding ourselves in, and stepping into the call of making this transition into this new era. And what better way to do this than in the context of community?
Absolutely. And so our initial immersion will be a little longer period of time where we'll have a chance to get to know each other, to get to know our stories, our heart's desires, the places in our lives where we might feel a gap between who we optimally envision ourselves to be and where we are now, and share in the skills and practices based on sound, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual growth and self-transformation, some from the ancient, right, teachings, and some from our modern day understandings of new ways of knowing about the mind-body connection, about quantum physics in the field. So during our time together, we will have some teacher-led discussions on various topics, and always inviting shared wisdom from the participants. There'll be guided meditation, there'll be group coaching, there'll be handouts and materials that will happen in between the time we get together in person, our 4 in-person gatherings. We'll also have an ability to get online and do some online calls together to touch base in the middle of the time that we meet together. We'll be sharing resources. There'll even be some assessments that will come out that you'll be able to utilize to take a deeper dive into knowing yourself, your whole mind, body, spirit self. So another piece of this that's going to happen is just to be able to know that the topics are fluid, but the structure is, sequential in the outline of the program that we've put together. But some of the topics might include things like levels of consciousness, spiritual transformation. What is that process really like? We'll use a number of practices such as breathing, guided meditation, learning about energy through kinesiology, through possibly through different ways of feeling and qigong and yoga, breath work. We're going to talk about how to embody these higher frequencies of life and love that are now available on the planet. We'll talk about using intention combined with the morphic and quantum field to manifest the kind of life we want, right? Co-creating the life we want and love individually and collectively. We'll be able to talk about the process of grace and love in action, the ability to use positivity and gratitude practices to enhance our being human. We'll talk about using the ability to be a witness and observer and to find freedom in the pause of mindfulness. We'll be able to use some energetic sensation, developing our capacity of that through pendulums or muscle testing. We'll enhance our intuition, noticing our synchronicities, the way that things that used to be miraculous, now we're paying attention and co-creating these miracles. We'll go take a deeper dive into the clairs, right? Clairsentience, clairaudience, a number of them. All the while being very grounded in our body, bringing this energy in all the way through and connecting with Mother Earth herself. Talk about the difference between reactivity and ego and this ability to live in and as our higher self and our interconnected self, and the ability to choose and respond. We'll talk more about what this new era looks like. Some people talk about it as an era of ascension or living in the fifth dimension. How are we in relationship in this new era? How has it changed how we support each other, how we call each other forward? How does the communication we have with each other deepen and support our own transformative process of things? We'll talk about some assessments of our gifts and our passions and our values to be able to really get into our core life purpose and create a personal manifesto to deepen our development of forgiveness and compassion, really talk deeply about what it is to live in causeless joy, and also quantum principles and universal laws. So I know that's a lot, and hopefully it adds some meat to some of the content that we will be covering in our time together.
Yes, and in this journey, we're going to really understand and embrace the stages of consciousness, but also the steps in the spiritual expansion. And so in the old paradigm, very often we feel that something within us is waking up, and we begin to ask the question, what is next, or what is my purpose in my life? And in the old paradigm, we tend to dive into the focus being that one question, what is my purpose? And it becomes a spiritual journey, but there is then at the end of it, where is the integration? And so what being human is going to provide is a really beautiful deep dive into exploring being human as a human being, and exploring, through a series of experiences and assessments and discoveries, finding your compassionate voice for yourself, and also becoming clear within your own spiritual transformation and growth process. There's also the experience of integration into the wholeness of who you are. And so we're going to explore the core principles of life and explore the principles of abundance and manifestation, and really truly turning Entelechy Rising, Entelechy referring to tapping into the greatest inner potential and the possibilities that reside within your inner essence, and bringing that into full expression into your outer reality of your life. And so this experience is going to be present and intentional, with great awareness and sharing and exchange, is a journey in the collective consciousness in community.
Absolutely. So you're invited to come and expand, to deepen your own healing process, to play and to have fun and to be curious about the mystery unfolding that is you, and also to bond in a community of like-minded seekers and seers, healers and teachers, and to be able to, in great confidence and in great confidentiality and safety, explore and deepen your own capacity to be human.
Yes. And in this journey, in community, we will experience the process of bonding in the subtlest and in the most fun and joyful aspects of personal growth. In this program, becoming a part of a spiritual family, we are creating together the Being Human tribe, and where we don't consciously choose the tribe that we're born into. So as an adult stepping into this journey, this experience, you have the opportunity to co-create and weave together your own tribe, as an essential passage, a right, a birthright. And in this program, we will model consciousness in relationship and where we are each loved and we are supported for who we are, and really deepening the definition of relationship and what that really means in the context of loving community.
Right. So we hope to see you at our upcoming 4-month immersion into being human,
Yes.
Entelechy Rising, and details are near this video on our websites and registration information.
We hope that you feel inspired to join us, and if you do, we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks.
Yes, thank you.
Take care, everyone.